easy to do, it's easy to access, it's easy to set up. Once you get a little bit more detailed and you really understand your business and you understand the nuances of your business, at that point you could switch to a period calendar. Hi, I'm Ryan Handel, co-founder of FIXE. We're a streamlined bookkeeping software company that's expanded across all 50 states. So today I wanted to talk about a topic that's really important and prudent to a lot of restaurants out there, and that is your period financials. What period should you choose? Should you do monthly financials, or should you do a period financial system like 445 or 13 periods, right? So restaurants come to us all the time and ask what is better. And so before I get into that, let's talk about the pros and cons of each one. A monthly financial calendar, which is the standard for most businesses across this country, is very basic. Every financial period is the month. Starts on the 1st, ends on the 30th or 31st, 28th in February, right? Pros is that it's easy to set up and that monthly expenses such as rent, utilities, insurance, they fall cleanly into each given month. The cons is that every single month is slightly different. Some start on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. And there's an uneven number of weekends where some months have 4 weekends and some months have 5 weekends. And this can drastically skew sales and other metrics that restaurants like to look at. Because restaurants typically are busier on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, they want to see that consistently across each of their financial periods. And that's what leads us to the period system. And there you could choose either 445 or a 13 period system. In a 445 system, the periods work as follows. The first period of the quarter is 4 week period, followed by another 4 week period, followed by a 5 week period. Over 4 quarters, you get the 52 weeks. And every period starts on the same day and ends on the same day. Therefore, there's an equal number of the days in the week across each of the periods, and you can compare apples to apples. The advantage of the 445 is that you have 12 periods throughout the year, so you can also line up those monthly expenses evenly, and then you could simultaneously compare the same number of Saturdays and Sundays across each of the periods. And when you compare the same period from this year to last year, it's very consistent. The disadvantage is that 4 times a year, you have a 5 week period, which can slightly skew your financials. But ultimately, a lot of corporate restaurant chains do use this 445 approach. The last option is a 13 period calendar. And that's where every period is 4 weeks, starting on the same day and ending on the same day. But instead of 445, you have 13 4 week periods across the 52-week calendar year. The advantage of this is that every period lines up exactly the same. 4 weeks, starting on the same day, ending on the same day. And it's very easy to compare apples to apples across any date ranges. The problem here, though, is that monthly expenses, they need to have a little extra TLC when you are accounting for them. So rent, utilities, insurance, those have to be spread over 13 periods, even though they bill you for 12 periods. And if your accountant or bookkeeper doesn't know what they're doing, there could be errors when they're accounting for this. Likewise, there are other monthly expenses that typically don't get accrued, such as your Verizon bill or some small cable bill. And those you get billed 12 months out of the year. And then ultimately, there's going to be a 13th period where that falls short. So there's going to be times where some of your monthly expenses don't show up on every single period of the 13 period calendar, but ultimately you are comparing the same amount of days across every period. So that brings us, what period or what financial calendar is best for you? That depends, right? If you're a restaurant that's just starting up, you have no idea what you're doing. You're just trying to open the doors and make good food and take care of your guests. Start off with monthly financials. It's easy to do, it's easy to access, it's easy to set up. Once you get a little bit more detailed and you really understand your business and you understand the nuances of your business, at that point, you could switch to a period calendar. You could choose 445 or 13 weeks. That really is up to you. I tend to like 445 periods, but I have plenty of clients that do 13. And again, at Fix, we do everything in QuickBooks Online. People think you can't set up these periods in QBO. That's a fallacy. All of this can be done in QBO easily, and Fix takes care of all of that for you. I hope this answers all of your questions about which periods make sense for you. We love taking the time today. Again, we're trying to build our audience here. So if you think we're full of crap, leave any comments you can down below. Click and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks.